All right, so let's talk right now. Why can't all families do this? Joining me now is Vanetta. She is a founder and executive director of a group called Choices. The Scotts reached out to you for help with Isaiah, and they have been really successful.
Yes, they have.
But that's tough. They are an example of probably what families should be like. That doesn't happen all the time, I'm sure.
No.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, it doesn't, but it can happen quite often, more than not. We just try to work with the families and have them to understand it's just the small changes that you need to make in your lifestyle, and over time, change will come.
Do you do it incrementally, Duke? Because many times when people radically change their diet or their exercise or something in their life, they can't stick with it.
Exactly.
Do you do it in increments?
Exactly, because if you are trying to make something very drastic, it's more like just a quick fix. But if you make it part of your lifestyle, then it's something that you can gradually change over time.
Okay, I have to say this.
Okay.
I'm a foodie. I love, like, I was at a barbecue place the other night, and I jokingly tweeted, like, do I get the CNN Healthy badge for that? I like my soul food. I like my Louisiana cooking. You can't do it all the time, but, I mean, what's your advice for that? Some people may say, hey, I kind of like the food.
It's okay to still have the foods. It's called cheating, and it's okay to have that every now and then. It's more about balance. It's more about if you're able to change your eating habits, so that if you have a holiday or Christmas and you want to have that extra piece of pie, that's fine.
Yeah.
But it's just more of trying to control your portions.
Yeah. But you know, but I pay for it because I have to, like, work out like a fiend, drink lots of water, constantly running to the restroom because I'm drinking so much water to clear all of that out of my system, and I probably wouldn't have to work that hard if I just ate healthy all the time, right?
Exactly, but at the same time, it's back to the balance. If you're exercising, smaller portions, less sugary drinks, less
Just get rid of the soft drinks. I rarely do that. Yeah.
Well,
yeah, and people
good.
should. Yeah.
Yes.
Listen. So you said incrementally, right? So
yes.
what's your best piece of advice for people starting out besides incrementally? Is it almost like, you know, when there are people who have problems with alcohol or have problems with drugs, they say, unless you hit bottom, unless you want to change, there's nothing that I can say to change you. Is it the same way with this?
It is mental. And of course, if you do want to change, you can change, but as long as you try to take it in steps. And that's what with us, we work with a lot of overweight kids, and we tell them they didn't gain that weight overnight, so don't expect it to lose it overnight. So as long as you understand it's something that can happen over time, and you have a support group around you, change will come.
We're talking about food, but get moving. You've got to get moving, even if you eat the right things. How long does it usually take, you think, for something to stick, Vanetta?
They say a good habit, if you do it for 5 days in a row, that starts to develop a good habit. And that's the same thing with walking. If you go outside and walk for 5 days in a row, you can expect a habit to change. I believe the president's, his healthy challenge is one where if you walk 5 days in a row. So it is something of a challenge for the family to see who can do exercise 5 days in a row.
And if you're going to walk this time of the year because the weather's starting to cool off, it's been great, right? And then the other side is spring. You have to go through winter if you start then.
Exactly.
See, it wasn't that hard on you, right?
No, this was awesome.
Thank you, Vanetta.
Thank you for the opportunity.
The founder and executive director of a group right here in Atlanta called Choices. We really appreciate it. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Thank you.